Let's be real for a second. Getting CMMC certified can feel like you're trying to climb a mountain in the dark. It is so complex, the stakes are incredibly high, and for a lot of defense contractors, it just seems almost impossible. But what if you had a map? What if you had a guide and a whole set of powerful tools for that journey? So how do we transform all that chaos into real confidence? Let's break it down.
Your work is absolutely crucial. You are part of the very backbone that supports our national security. You deliver exceptional work, and you've earned the trust of the Department of Defense. It's a mission you should be incredibly proud of.
And then, this lands on your desk. CMMC Level 2 certification. All of a sudden, your future contracts, maybe even the ones you have right now, are on the line. You're staring down the barrel of 110 controls, mountains of documentation, and what feels like a whole new language of compliance.
And hey, if you're feeling this way, you are so not alone. Thousands of defense contractors just like you are facing this exact same challenge. The pressure is immense, and that feeling of being completely overwhelmed, it is 100% valid.
You know, it's not just one thing, and that's what makes it so tough. It's the sheer complexity of all 110 of those controls. It's the reality of having limited resources, especially for small and mid-sized businesses. And of course, it's the incredibly high stakes of a single failed assessment. It really is a mountain.
But what if you didn't have to climb it all by yourself? What if you had a co-pilot for the entire journey? This is where we need to introduce a new approach, a strategic partner that's built right into your workflow.
Think of it like this. You have an experienced assessor and a top-notch cybersecurity consultant on your team, 24/7. This whole platform was designed around one single question. How do we make this whole process achievable for real companies? You know, companies just like yours. Okay, so where does your co-pilot even start? With clarity. The very first step is often the hardest, just figuring out who is responsible for what. This shared responsibility model helps you immediately see what's on your plate, which your cloud provider is supposed to cover, and where you're sharing that responsibility. And this is where you can get even more granular, really get into the nitty-gritty. You can define not just what needs to be done, but exactly who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for every single control. No more confusion, no more finger-pointing, just clear, documented ownership. So, now that we have that clarity, let's look at how that builds into a path you can actually manage. The platform lays out the entire journey for you, from start to finish. It boils down the entire months-long process into 3 simple, understandable steps. First, you figure out where you stand today. Second, you fix what's broken. And third, you walk into your assessment completely prepared and confident. Simple, right? Now, to make each of those steps a whole lot easier, you're gonna need the right tools. Think of these features as power-ups, like in a video game, that help you navigate all the challenges of CMMC with speed and precision. This first one is a total game changer. Your SPRS score, that's the Supplier Performance Risk System score, it's everything. It literally determines if you're eligible for contracts. Well, this engine calculates it for you in real time. As you fix a control, you can literally watch your score go up. It turns all that guesswork into a clear strategy. And this isn't just theory. Check this out. One user started with a score of 72. Using the platform to prioritize what they needed to do, they raced it all the way to 91, and boom, they won the contract they were targeting. That's the kind of real-world impact we're talking about. Okay, so you've improved your score, you've implemented the controls, but how do you actually prove it? How do you know for sure that your documentation is going to pass muster with a real assessor? Well, here's how. It starts out super simple. You just select the evidence you've gathered, your policy documents, configuration files, procedures, and you feed them right into the platform. And this is where the AI-driven magic happens. The platform doesn't just check if a file is there, it actually assesses its quality. Is it recent enough? Is it relevant to this specific control? Is it complete? It's like having an assessor review your work before the real assessment even begins. And the result is this, a crystal clear, actionable report. It tells you the quality score of your evidence, points out the specific gaps, and gives you concrete recommendations on how to fix them. No more submitting evidence and just crossing your fingers, hoping for the best. And the toolkit is deep. I mean, you can run a full mock assessment that feels just like the real thing, automatically generate your plan of action and milestones, visually manage your network boundaries, and, get this, create a 200-page system security plan with a single click. So where does all this lead? Well, reaching the summit, getting certified. It isn't just about finishing the climb. It's really about the strategic view it gives your business from the top. You see, CMMC isn't just a hurdle you have to clear. It is a true competitive advantage. It opens doors to new contracts, it sets you apart from your competition, it genuinely reduces your security risk, and it lets you play an even bigger part in protecting our national security.
And these strategic benefits are so real. For example, using the platform's boundary management tools, one company was able to shrink their compliance scope from 47 systems all the way down to just 12. The result? A way simpler assessment and over $80,000 in savings.
And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It comes from a core belief that the businesses protecting our nation deserve tools that empower them, tools that make this complex process achievable, not a reason to just give up and leave the industry.
The path is clear, the tools are ready, and certification is absolutely within your reach. The only question left is, are you ready to start the journey?